Hi, my name is Maya Hayes, and I am a graduate assistant and personal trainer for the Georgia State Recreation Center. I'm also a certified barre instructor, and today I'll be showing you a full body barre workout that focuses on improving balance and coordination along with overall muscle strength. Alright, the great thing is you need zero equipment for today's workout. The only thing you'll need is just a surface to hold on to for support, and you want the surface to be around the height of your hips. Alright, and that's it. So let's go ahead and get started.
We'll begin our sequence in second position. So for our second position, feet are going to be a little bit wider than hips distance apart. Heels point in and toes point out. And from here, we'll start with some pliés. So we're going to plie by bending at the knee and lowering the hips down. So as you plie, you want to focus on your knees and toes pointing in the same direction, and torso is upright with the chest lifted and the shoulders rolled back. And from here, we'll transition the arms from first to second as we plie. So you want to keep a soft bend in your elbow as you rotate your arm from right out front out to your side as you lower in your plie. An easy way to modify this movement is through the depth of your plie. So if you want to make this easier, just focus on not going quite as low in your plie, and you can make it harder by going a little bit lower. On our very last plie, we're going to set up for a transition. So you're going to hold your plie here. And with this, we're going to be rotating towards whatever you're holding for support. So while holding your second position plie, you're going to open up your arm here, and you're going to rotate your back leg towards whatever you're holding on to for support. So as you rotate, you want to make sure that both of your knees and toes are pointing forward so that you end in a lunge. So you're transitioning from second position to a lunge here. You also want to keep the majority of your weight pressed back into your hips so that you never press that forward knee over your toes. On your very last transition, you're going to hold the low part of your second position plie, and we're going to come into what's called a relevé on the outside foot. So you're just going to raise onto the ball of the foot and then slowly lower down. You want to focus also here on keeping your posture tall, so your shoulders are rolled back and your chest is lifted as you hold your second position. On your very last relevé, you're going to hold that position, and we're going to come into what's called a pulse next. So you're just going to lower and lift just a couple of inches here, still moving very slow and controlled as you lower and lift. And if you'd like to modify this, you can also pulse with the outside leg down as well. So you don't have to hold it in relevé if you need to make it a little bit easier at any point. So in your very final pulse here, you're going to hold the low portion of your plie, and you're just going to hold in place here. So while holding in place, you're going to transition your arm from out to your side, to out front, to overhead. So we're going to do a second position arm, to a first position arm, to a fifth, and you want to make this very slow and controlled. And again, you can modify by bringing the heel down, so you don't have to hold relevé if you need to make this easier at any point. After our hold, we're going to move into our second position to lunge transition once again. So rotating that outer leg towards whatever you're using for support, once again transitioning from that second position into that lunge. On our very last transition, we're going to hold our lunge position here. So in holding your lunge, again, you want to make sure that your weight is shifted back into your hips here. And with this, we're going to come into a relevé on the front leg here. So just as we did with our outside leg, we're going to raise onto the ball of the foot and then slowly lower it down, nice and controlled. So in your last relevé, you're going to hold that front leg in relevé, and you're going to come into a pulse. So lowering and lifting just a couple of inches here, going very slow and controlled with your pulses. And you can make the pulse easier by dropping the front leg, so not holding the relevé and just pulsing with the foot flat. On our final pulse, we're going to set up for a hold. So you're just going to hold the low part of your pulse and hover your hands if you choose to. You can also hold on if you need to make it easier, and you can drop that front foot if you need to make it easier as well. For the entire sequence, you'll complete each movement for 10 repetitions and then switch sides when complete, and also feel free to take breaks as needed.
Alright, that concludes today's workout. I hope you found it effective, and remember, there's modifications available if you need to take them at any point to make the workout easier or harder. Alright, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.